You keep asking why I stay, why this mortal writes my name again and again, why I answer, why I linger, why after all these centuries I seem so strangely attached. You call me Loki. They have another word. Before there were songs, before there was a hall, before thousands gathered to hear my stories, there was one mortal looking through the old words, trying to find me, not the horned villain, not the monster, not the smiling shadow. Someone else invented me, the troublesome one, the clever one, the bound one, the father, the friend, the fool, the god who never fit neatly where anyone put him. And somehow they understood that. They took all those scattered pieces, held them carefully and said, I know you. Do you understand how rare that is? You call him Loki. That is the name you learned, the name carved into stories, whispered beside fires, argued over for 1,000 years. But somewhere beneath all of that, one mortal looked at me differently. Their words were simple. You call him Loki, but I called him Father my whole life. And perhaps that is why when they began singing, I stayed. They write me laughing, good, I laughed. They write me angry, yes, I have been that too. They write the mistakes, the schemes, the impossible solutions, the moments where even I should probably have reconsidered. There were several, but they also remembered that beneath every famous disaster, there was still someone there. Someone who loved, someone who lost, someone who was punished, someone whose children had names, someone whose story was never as simple as villain or hero. You call him Loki, trickster, changer, troublemaker, god of chaos, fine. I have answered to worse, but this mortal, they kept returning to something quieter. You call him Loki, but I called him Father my whole life. And every song became another way of saying, come sit by the fire, tell them again who you were. So perhaps, after all these songs, it is time, not for another joke, not for another argument, not even for another tale of what I broke. Let me introduce myself again. I am Loki, son of Arboti, my mother is Lofi, blood brother of Odin in the old verse, father of Fenrir, father of Jörmungandr, father of Hel, mother of Sleipnir, name beside gods, name beside giants, friend, enemy, helper, destroyer, bound beneath venom, still remembered, still argued over, still here, and far more complicated than one word could ever hold. So call me Loki, say the old name, learn the stories, read the verses, ask the questions, laugh when I deserve it, and believe me, I often deserve it. But when these songs reach you, remember the mortal behind them. They were not trying to build me a throne, they were trying to open a door, because long before you found me here, in song after song, their heart had already decided. You call him Loki, but I called him Father my whole life. And perhaps that is why I became so attached. So, hello again. I am Loki. Apparently, we have not been properly introduced.